Welcome back to LearnWire. Today we'll be doing our Appsumo May Roundup video. So I want to scroll through and look at the last Appsumo monthly roundup video and then see how many Appsumo reviews we did this month, right? So we did Satelliter, that's 1, VideoTap, that's 2. Let's go over here. This one was kind of like a comparison video, but I don't believe it was new software, so I'm not going to count that one in there. And then we come back over, we have Zebracat was number 3, then TubeSift was number 4, and then we came back over here, and the last couple that I did, DocAnalyzer and WriterZen, those are 6. They're going to actually count as May videos, because those were released in May and so forth. So we only have 6 this month, but we're going to jump right in. So we did 6 videos, and the first one was Satelliter. We gave this one a 3.5 stars, and when I go back and try to remember a few weeks ago when I did this review, this is an AI writing software, an AI writing tool, and we've had so many of these in the past. Over the last few years, AI writing tools has been probably the number one type of tool that I've reviewed on LearnWire. And there was several, we're talking probably dozens of softwares that were launched that were specifically AI writing softwares over the last few years on Appsumo as well. It's just been very popular, right? And so with that said, with me reviewing that many AI writing softwares, I'm a little bit stricter on what I'm looking for in an AI writer, and I'm looking for very specific things in midway through 2024 on how it's going to create content. Now, we can put together a tool, and it can go and research the internet, put a bunch of stuff together, and then go out and use ChatGPT to write the content for us. And it can actually look pretty good. The text, it can look pretty good, but unfortunately in midway through 2024, that just doesn't get the job done anymore. There's more things that we have to do. When reviewing Satelliter, there was some things that were off. There were some things that they had listed on the sales page that during my review, I couldn't find those functionalities. And then just at the end of the day, just the content quality and putting it all together, it just was not, it was subpar, right? And so I gave it a 3.5 stars. And that's just me trying to be as fair and unbiased as I can, but also bringing the experience that I have of reviewing all these other AI writing softwares and putting that all together and just kind of giving it an actual score. So Satelliter, it was fun to look at, and I think it had a really cool user interface and so forth, but it ended up getting a 3.5 stars. So what else did we have in the works this month? So we had VideoTap, and VideoTap was a software that was kind of like, I believe, Cast Magic. There's been a couple other ones on the platform as well, but this one was one of those, probably the closest related was Cast Magic because it did several different things. It allowed you to upload a video, and then it would go ahead and turn that video into a transcript, and then it would create Twitter posts for you. It would split them up into different video clips, kind of like what Opus Clip does, Munch does, and Minvo that was recently on Appsumo as well. There's been quite a few of these. There's kind of like the new popular type tool that's coming to the platform, which are using AI to create short form posts or repurposing your videos into blog posts and social media posts and short form content, etc. VideoTap, so it wasn't really bringing anything necessarily new compared to some other tools like Minvo, but what it did do, and let me go ahead and just say that I gave it a 4.6. What it did do that was different is that it was very good at creating blog posts with screenshots or images throughout your video, time-stamped right inside of the blog post that it creates. Now, I would be lying if I didn't tell you that I had this idea probably for the last year, like literally a year ago. I was like, I want to hire a developer, and my dream tool would be able to take a YouTube video, because you guys know that I do YouTube first. This is my brand here. I do software reviews, but I'd love to take these and turn them into really, really good blog posts that speak the way that I speak in my tone, my brand voice, with expertise, and that follows to the T the information and facts that I'm bringing about in my YouTube software reviews, right? And I could never find a perfect tool that could do all that. And then also the cherry on top is adding that image in. So you can use ChatGPT or Claude or other tools, and you can get some pretty good content. But a couple of different things that method just does not work is the length of the blog post is always going to be about 600 to 800 words. So you're not ever going to be able to pull off 1,200, 2,000 words without developing some unique prompting processes. And it's going to take multiple prompts in order to get that text out, because Claude and ChatGPT, with multiple hundreds of testings, you can't just plug in a video, get the transcript, and then say, write a blog post. You can say, write a 2,500 word blog post, and it's still going to only spit out about 650 words. So there's a lot of things that are going on in order to get those full, meaty blog posts, but then also adding in images on top of that has always been an issue and a challenge as well. And I just don't have time to go and screenshot all kinds of different areas in the video and then matching them up directly with where they're supposed to fall inside the article, right? So then what ends up happening? You just end up not doing this process and publishing content on your website, because I'm video first, right? And so it needs to be a good process that produces factual and great brand voice on point content, but it also needs the images that are accurate and from the video. And then I don't want to just create AI images. That's just not going to work. You need to be helpful in your content, right? So a lot of things going on there. I have a lot of knowledge with these kind of softwares. VideoTap, I forgot why it didn't get the full 5-star. I think it was because there was some speed at which it was not producing the video clips. And I didn't think that that was the best part of it. And that's what VideoTap actually is. I mean, it's going to create those video clips, but there was just some things that kept it from being a perfect tool or giving it a 5-star. But I really, really enjoyed VideoTap. And you want to make sure you subscribe to LearnWire, because I was just checking through my rankings, and the one software review or video that I uploaded to VideoTap, and then I went and I actually followed through and published it on my website, it's actually ranking like number 4 for a search term that's getting search volume on a site with no backlinks, on a site that has no authority, LearnWire Pro. So I'm impressed with this, and I might be moving into using VideoTap more full-time on one of my blogs, my main blog or website. Because going back and looking at it, the two strengths that VideoTap does have is that it will produce, based on your video, it'll stay on point, very first person voice. If that's something that you like, for my style of video, it works perfect. If you want more formal writing, you're probably not going to get that from VideoTap. But for what I'm doing, VideoTap works perfect. It gives you that 2,000 word article, and it gives you those images throughout the article, which is exactly what we're looking for. And then without adding in NLP words, doing any kind of specific SEO to the post, and it's ranking number 4 for a term that actually has search volume, right? So that just shows you that, like, adding in all these NLP keywords and using Neuron Writer and doing all those things, like, you don't really have to do that. The Google algorithm is so smart now that it will find the post that has the quality content, and then that's it. When you type in something and there's a bunch of Reddit posts that show up, that's another debate and time for another video, but still my content is ranking, and I'm not doing all those fancy SEO things that we've been doing for years, right? So VideoTap, super, super cool. Spent a lot of time on that one, but that one was very unique to me as far as the blog posting section. I did end up purchasing VideoTap. I got the first tier, but I am going to go back in there and max out my tiers on VideoTap, because I think it's a tool I'm going to be using quite a bit. Might even outsource it to my VA so that they can create the blog posts for me. So then we had Zebracat, and I gave it 5 stars, right? So Zebracat, super, super cool. Now, the reason why I gave it 5 stars, you have to kind of understand where I'm coming from with why I gave it 5 stars. Some people say that it doesn't have a lot of flexibility with the AI. Sometimes the AI has some issues with the imagery or whatever, but even all the top dollar ones, I've used ShortX, which I've spent over $120 per month on that tool just to create AI short videos. And then I've used a couple other different ones where I've paid monthly and paid top dollar for those videos. And so Zebracat comes in and it will create AI-based videos. But then I also liked the option that you don't have with those other very expensive tools, which is you can tell it to, I just only want to use stock footage. So then you don't have to even deal with the weird AI stuff if you don't want to, right? But the AI videos and imagery that it does create is going to capture a lot of attention. And so I liked the flexibility and options that you could choose stock or imagery, or you could choose the AI. But at the end of the day, it is serving the same kind of purpose. Some of the other tools, I'll just use ShortX. ShortX, I've done a review. You can go check that out on the channel. It's a great tool. It's probably top of the line tool from the ones that I've used that are like this, but it's extremely expensive. It's $3 per AI video created. And so you're limited. If you want to create 60 videos per month, it's like $150. I think it's $150, $160 for that subscription, and that's the maxed out. And so Zebracat comes in and essentially makes very, very closely similar looking videos, and you can get a lifetime deal. So this is what I'm talking about, on a lifetime deal software that does what it says it's going to do, and that if you are building faceless channels, whether it's on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, and you're dealing with short form content, 9:16 content, Zebracat really, really shined. So I was very impressed looking at it, and then being, first thing was like savings. And that's what we want to look for when we're looking at lifetime deals. Yes, there's a risk by picking up lifetime deals that the company might fall under in a year or two. And that's just somewhat of a risk that we take. But at the end of the day, even when you sign up and you pay $39 for a software or something like that, and then you use the heck out of it for a year, you still got value out of it, even if they close down. So you have to kind of go into these with an open mind and not expect the entire world for $39, $79, $100, right? Some of these startups, they just don't make it. And that's just the bottom line. But Zebracat looked really high quality, and it was immediately apparent to me that I could cancel those other subscriptions that I had and use Zebracat. And so that's why I really liked it. And that's why it immediately got a 5-star from me. The UI was really simple to use, and the software in my testing worked pretty flawlessly. So Zebracat definitely stood out in the May software reviews. We had TubeSift, and I gave this 5 stars as well. Now, let me talk about this for a minute. TubeSift comes with a package, kind of like it comes with 2 things. If you get the tier 1, it does come with a course that's going to teach you YouTube advertising, how to create the ads, how to run the ads and all that. And it's going to get you by, right, for most people. But if you upgrade to tier 2, it also is a software, right? And of course, it's going to have its lower limitations on the tier 1. But on tier 2 with TubeSift, and I did end up buying tier 2, I think it was $100-something bucks. You get basically unlimited research. It's a keyword research tool to find the best placements and keywords and so forth for YouTube advertising. So TubeSift is very, very targeted and niche specific to the industry or category that it's serving, which is, are you running YouTube ads, right? And if you're somebody that is interested in running YouTube ads and doing research, doing the right research, setting it up correctly and everything, and you want taught properly from somebody that is a millionaire that has used YouTube to reach those heights, then TubeSift is definitely one to pick up. I was impressed with it. But it's very specific. It's not a really large audience. I don't believe that it's really reaching, because it's not just a software that anybody can pick up and actually use, like Zebracat, just creating short form AI content, right? VideoTap serves a lot of purposes, right? And satellite or AI writing for blogs and stuff like that. But TubeSift there's probably a little bit less people that are specifically looking for YouTube advertising software. But if you are, TubeSift was definitely impressive. The software worked flawlessly. It was very fast. It was probably the best YouTube advertising type external research tool that I've used. And so I really liked it. I gave it 5 stars as well. I picked it up. I picked tier 2 up. And then also, I can also speak to you. I started watching about 25% of the high dollar course that he sells for $997. The creator of TubeSift, he has a premium course that he goes really into depth on how you can pick out affiliate products, build landing pages for it, do the exact research you need for YouTube advertising, create your video between 1 and 3 minutes and what to say in it. It's like a business in a box type thing. And you get access to that $1,000 course on the tier 2 as well. And so I picked up the tier 2. I started watching that course. It is really, really good. A lot of expertise being given on that course. So all in all, for just over $100, TubeSift tier 2, I picked that up. So I gave TubeSift a 5 stars. So what else did we have? We had DocAnalyzer. I just recently did this one, and I gave it a 4.5 stars. Now, someone had left a comment, why would we use this when we have ChatGPT? Well, I can tell you why. And they think that that is like the solution to the world, and that's like the only tool you need. Well, I beg to differ quite a bit, actually. So there's so many times, and I'm speaking with I run a 6-figure online business. I review AI writing tools. I have created a ton of content with ChatGPT, Claude, all these different large language models. And most of the AI writers are now using either one or the other or both. And I can tell you right now that when you can build a proprietary software that uses the power of some of those tools, the chatbot that it is, but then also add your own proprietary software and make something that maybe ChatGPT does, but make it way better, okay? So here's the problem with ChatGPT, with uploading files. For example, like Claude, one of them, I tried to upload an Excel file and it won't even accept the Excel file, right? And so they're limited on the different files. But then let's just pretend like you're an HR person and you need a software that you can count on and that you don't have to go and search for your chats and so forth. So for one, I'm not really sure I would want to upload my software or all my employee documents, maybe even has social security numbers on it and so forth, to a software that has over 1 billion people using it and that is not really specifically built to be able to manage people's documents like that. Each time you create a chat inside of ChatGPT, right? And let's say you upload a document, right? You wouldn't be able to upload hundreds of documents in that chat. At least that's not what I'm seeing. And then when you come back and want to use ChatGPT, they don't even have, one of my biggest complaints about ChatGPT from even the first couple of months of using it is that there's no way to search for your previous chats. So I have thousands of chats by now using ChatGPT for 1.5 years full time. And when I have a chat that's like a hit, right? And I love it, I want to come back to this chat. There's no really great filter or save your favorite chats. And you would just think that after 1.5 years that they would actually add that functionality. And so those are the reasons why you would choose a DocAnalyzer, where it's maybe doing something that ChatGPT is capable of doing, but then just making it much, much better, way more organized. So we're talking about organization is worth $39, right? For getting DocAnalyzer, and you're an HR department and you're managing all these documents, hundreds of documents, SOPs, employee handbooks, all kinds of stuff. Like I have kind of like firsthand knowledge of HR working closely with them because I used to work in upper level management. And so I had to work with HR all the time on hiring and firing and all kinds of stuff. There is a lot of documentation in every single job description out there. But when you're looking at a big corporation that has 30 to 50 types of jobs, right? Then imagine how many documents you're going to actually have. So DocAnalyzer allows you to upload all those documentations, and then you can actually label them like, hey, these are job descriptions. All these 120 documents that I just uploaded today, those are job descriptions. So I'm going to give it the label job description, right? And then we're going to go over here like interview questions. We've got a document that has 100 popular interview questions that we like to use. And you can go over there and you could add that in as well. So it's going to allow you to organize your business and prompt and analyze and ask questions about your company specific documentations. And so if that all is not something like I just don't see, and I've been using ChatGPT for 1.5 years, I don't see creating a custom ChatGPT. There's so many reasons why I could make the argument that an application like DocAnalyzer is a tool to buy for the right person and for the right company or business. There are definitely a lot of reasons that would separate a tool like DocAnalyzer because it's going to serve a couple functions very, very well that somebody that's using ChatGPT for something like that, they're just not going to get the results that they're looking for. So hopefully that's exactly why we have AI writing tools that use ChatGPT, their proprietary software, right? Like Agility Writer, it uses ChatGPT to get its content, but it does it 20 times better than ChatGPT can deliver you a blog post, right? So there's the argument for you of why there's tools out there that are going to do a job better than ChatGPT. So I hope that makes sense. Here's another one. Even the Google Notebook LM, right? The Google Notebook LM tool that does exactly what DocAnalyzer does. Guess what? You're limited to like 27 documents, something like that per conversation, right? So you can't upload, it would never be able to be used in the way that DocAnalyzer can be used, because you're limited on the amount of documents or sources you can input into a conversation, right? So we had WriterZen revisited, and I gave it 5 stars. Revisiting the tool after not logging into it for probably 1 year, it lost nothing as far as keyword research. It was still superb with keyword research. It had all the same functionality. It was fast analyzing keywords. It has a very, very unique way to analyze keywords and give it an SEO score or a keyword difficulty score. It uses all in title is its main base for deciding if a keyword is worth going for or not. They did change the UI a little bit. They also cleaned up a lot of the tutorials and courses that they had teaching you SEO and then the tutorials on how to use writers. They moved that to their website. They kind of decluttered the UI and the app itself. And overall, it still functioned at a high level. So WriterZen definitely stays at a 5-star. I'm glad I revisited it because it did recently come back to WriterZen. And then I was pleasantly surprised and pleased to see that their traffic has only gone up. They've only continued to grow as a business. And so that's another kind of thing I look for. Are they coming back because they've lost a lot of traffic? Are they coming back because their business is falling under and they're trying to come back maybe to Appsumo for like a quick cash grab, and then who knows what's going to happen, right? But WriterZen seems to be still a very healthy company, and they are thriving and doing well. So this is definitely a keyword, and I definitely give it the 5 stars for keyword research and SEO related stuff. I don't give it 5 stars for writing articles or giving you your article outlines or anything like that. Strictly for a keyword research tool, it is a 5-star tool. But for the other reason, writing content and so forth, I would use other AI writing tools. So here are my top 3 favorites for the month. But this month I'm going to have a runner up, and it is TubeSift. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Definitely go get TubeSift if you want to learn how to do YouTube advertising, right? Number 3 on my list is Zebracat. And number 2 is WriterZen. And then number 3 is VideoTap. Now, these are going to be it's kind of hard to go with picking your top 3 tools without a little bit of a bias on what I use the tools for in my business, right? And so Zebracat, I think this appeals to more people than all these tools probably. Just creating short form content. You can go create a TikTok account, and I've actually tested this and gotten thousands of views on videos on TikTok. And so this is something that you could literally use Zebracat and go out there and build faceless short form content brands across Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And you could end up making money from that. Really cool stuff. I can see how we could use that in my business as well. I was able to cancel 2 other subscriptions and pick up Zebracat and be happy with my purchase. So Zebracat, definitely cool. WriterZen, we always need a keyword research tool. WriterZen definitely is one of the best out there and has a very unique way to find keywords for you as well. And then VideoTap was my favorite because it is immediately something that I think I can apply to my business, turn all my videos into blog posts that actually can rank. If you do video first, like myself, and you run YouTube, you may as well do video first and then use a tool like VideoTap to turn those into blog posts, match up all your images. It'll add relevant images from your video. And then it will also write up a very personalized on brand point, kind of first person based. And that's my style. Might not work for everybody, but it definitely will work for me for video reviews and things like that. So VideoTap, I see myself probably using the most out of all the tools from this last month. So here are my final thoughts. I gave 3 out of 6 apps a 5-star in May, and I gave 2 out of the 6 4 stars. And then only 1 of the videos for this last month from Appsumo got under 4 stars. If there are any Appsumo apps that you want me to review, I do consider them. All you have to do is just leave a comment below, and I'll add it to my list, and I will try to check them out. I will be bringing on 2 team members, hopefully, this next month to LearnWire. So get ready for a lot more software reviews and a couple new personalities to join the LearnWire team. I will see you in the next video. Thanks.